Let me recommend you 15 best tips and tricks to play better the Pop a Barrel minigame in Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay T65 and to turn on the bell if you like this video. Let's start right away with the first and most important tip. Use the appropriate lineup and play style. So your lineup should have the highest agility and stamina possible, whether you want to play it from the baseline or near the net. Having strong hands will not help you break barrels faster nor hit balls faster, so no need to take a lineup having a huge forehand or backhand stat. The lineup should have a minimum of volley stat if you want to play it near the net, faster but more risky, as you may not have enough time to hit bombs back safely. I recommend you to start by hitting balls with volleys near the net when you still have more than 50% of the stamina bar, then to go near the baseline afterwards. Once your stamina bar has lower than 50%, because you will not have enough stamina to hit volleys properly and will miss many balls if you stand near the net with a lower than 50% stamina bar. Let's see the second tip. Use the most affordable string. No need for choker cards or any special string having stamina Shion tier 3 or long catch tier 2, long catch tier 3. Using a stamina Shion tier 2 and cheap string having no long catch like the Master Monty is enough. If you want, you can use any useless string having the stamina Shion tier 3 ability if you play near the net. You will last a bit longer near the net, but you will still have to move back to the baseline when you don't have enough stamina anymore to stay near the net. But it's not even necessary if you have a good stamina stat. You can use nylon only if you plan to play 3 rounds exclusively, without never extending time using gems. The 3 round is shorter in time, 48 seconds versus 64 for the extra rounds, and that's 25% shorter. So with a lineup having enough stamina, you can still finish it using simply nylon. But if you plan to play also the extra round, you need to use at least Maestro Monty to have enough stamina to last the whole 64 seconds. Be careful, the string you use during the Pop a Barrel session will be deducted from your inventory. So don't use premium special strings, or don't forget to change back to Master Monty before playing. That blunder happens more often than you would think. The pop card does not give bonus XP anymore, unlike in the past, so you don't need to use it. The third tip is simple. You need to anticipate the sense of direction of the ball throwing machine. Look where the ball throwing machine is going to shoot the next ball and move your character in advance there to save stamina and to avoid arriving late to hit the next ball. Arriving late on the next ball will cost you more stamina and can potentially make you miss the ball than the opportunity to make a better XP score. Let's see the fourth tip now. You should know how scoring works in Pop a Barrel and do not fear bombs. To perform your best in any game, you need to know how its scoring mechanism works. There are 3 ways to collect XP in Pop a Barrel. First, hit barrels with the ball. Second, break barrels. Third, throw bombs into the safe zone. At the moment I make this video, so in May 2024, meaning that the numbers can change later on, here are the points that you can earn. 1 bomb equals 250 XP in the first round and 500 SP in second round and above, meaning the extra rounds. Hitting the barrel once, reducing by 1 green dot without breaking it, will give you 5 XP in the first round, the free round, and 10 XP in extra rounds. Finally, hitting the last green dot of a barrel, destroying it, will reward you 170 XP for a 2 dots barrel in the free round and twice its number, 340 XP in extra rounds. 255 XP for a 3 dots barrel in the free round, 510 XP in extra rounds. 340 XP for a 4 dots barrel, and 680 XP for extra rounds. 420 XP for a 5 dots barrel in the free round, and 840 XP in extra rounds. That means that you don't need to try and break the barrels having the most dots in priority if your primary goal is to get XP. I repeat because a lot of players don't notice that and keep thinking that the barrels having 4 or 5 dots give you more XP than the ones having 2 or 3 dots. The number of XP you get from the destruction of any barrel, whether it is a 2, 3, 4 or 5 green dots barrel, is simply increasing proportionally. So if you break 2 barrels having 2 green dots, that is identical to breaking 1 barrel having 4 green dots. And that means that if your goal is to get as many XP as possible, you should simply target whatever barrel which interests you and destroy it as fast as possible. No need to destroy only 4 or 5 dots barrels first. That being said, if your primary goal is to get good cards or as many energy drinks as possible with Pop a Barrel, you should try and break barrels having 4 or 5 dots in priority because they contain more cards and more energy drinks generally. Well, if they show cards and energy drinks over the barrel, of course. That also means that you should rejoice seeing bombs if your goal is to fill your XP bar as fast as possible. That's true, bombs don't give you cards or coins or gems, but they give you as much XP than breaking a 3 dots barrel, so you will increase your XP faster if you get plenty of bombs compared to if you try to break barrels. You can note that sometimes the number of XP earned after breaking a barrel is lower than usual. This is a bug. Fortunately, that scenario does not happen often. Let's see the 5th tip now. You should know the number of times you need to buy extra rounds. You should need to pay for only 15 extra rounds in total to reach 100,000 XP and level 10, meaning the highest level. So if your highest unlocked tour is 209, you will need 600 pop stamps. 40 pop stamps per try times 15 tries. You will need less pop stamps if your highest unlocked tour is lower than 209. Each extra round gives you 64 more seconds and will cost you 880 gems if you have unlocked 209. Lower cost if your highest unlocked tour is lower, obviously. So you should spend 13,200 gems in total to reach the max level of Pop a Barrel. You can play 1 free round, then 1 extra round, then stop. Do that 15 times, meaning 30 rounds in total, and you should reach 100,000 XP. Indeed, you will gain on average 6,800 XP each time. 1 free round plus 1 extra round. If you don't miss barrels while shooting, and if you send all bombs to the safe zone. Depending on the number of bombs you get, you will generally earn between 6,300 and 7,800 XP each try. Now for the 6th tip, do not break best barrels in the free round. When you play a free round in which you know you will buy time at the end, don't destroy in the first round, the free one, the best barrels. Just hit enough balls until there is 1 green dot left only. Leave it for the 2nd round. If you had decided to buy extra round, of course, to break it, you will get twice the rewards, meaning 2 energy drinks instead of 1, for example, and twice the XP when you destroy the barrels having only 1 green dot left in the extra round. If you have saved 2 or 3 barrels having 4 green dots and a barrel has not been spawned yet, just ignore the ball to wait for a newly spawned barrel. What I call by best barrels are those which have 4 or 5 green dots and showing green cards or purple cards or energy drinks. The barrels containing coins or gems don't interest me because I have enough coins and gems in most of my accounts, so I find them useless. What I want is to get cards to upgrade or energy drinks for use during matches. But for other players, I can understand that best barrels are those containing coins or gems. Save whatever barrel which interests you. Of course, if you don't plan to pay for extra rounds at all, then you can simply break all possible barrels in the free round. For the 7th tip, know when to send bombs to destroy barrels. If in a particular round you don't need to fill your XP bar anymore because you know that you have reached the XP level which is enough for you, meaning that you don't want to go further, you can hit bombs towards barrels that don't interest you. If you don't need coins, hit bombs to coins barrels, for example, instead of sending them to the safe zone, meaning the zone where it's written bomb here. That will spawn another barrel faster, replacing that useless barrel that you just destroyed with bomb. Of course, if you have already reached the level 10, there is no need getting more XP, and then you can destroy any useless barrel with bomb all the time. The 8th tip is simple: check the timer regularly, then play accordingly. If you plan to play only 3 rounds, not buying time with gems, check the remaining time to make sure you have enough time to break barrels instead of simply hitting different barrels alternately without breaking them. If you plan to pay for extra rounds, then check my tip number 6 back. Keep the best barrels for the extra rounds. Don't break them in the free round. You can hit all green dots until there's one left to hit, and then keep that barrel for the extra round. The trick number 9 is simple: know how to lob. Master the lob swipe before playing Pop a Barrel. If you don't feel comfortable hitting lobs yet in Tennis Clash, practice more. Why should you? Because in Pop a Barrel, sometimes you won't be able to hit a barrel otherwise than with a lob, or to hit bomb back to the safe zone otherwise than with a lob, due to your character being positioned in a way which does not allow him or her to hit a straight shot to the barrel or to the safe zone which interests you. If you don't know how to lob yet, just check my lob tutorial in the URL written on the phone screen right now. Or else you can search on YouTube, of course, how to hit lobs in Tennis Clash. Now, what about the 10th tip? This is about to not ignore bombs. Better hit back a bomb at all costs to a barrel, if you can't throw it back to a bomb collector, than to let it hit your court side. In both cases, you are going to lose cards or items anyway, so better break a useless barrel with that bomb than letting it pass your character and hit your court side. Now for the 11th tip, be careful of barrels which will be spawned soon when you hit bombs. If you have just broken a barrel and get a bomb, and you want to send a bomb to a safe zone located just behind the barrel you just broke, then better send the bomb to the safe zone by lobbing instead of hitting it straight. Indeed, by the time you hit the bomb following a straight motion, a new barrel may have been spawned, and the bomb may destroy it on the way to the safe zone. If that new barrel interests you, you will find its accidental break very annoying. The 12th trick is easy: forget energy drinks. Do not use energy drinks. It is a waste even if you can get energy drinks for free in compensation from barrels containing them. If you feel that you have to use energy drinks to get enough stamina to return balls, then you should reassess the way you anticipate the ball throwing machine and the string that you use. The 13th trick is very quick. Think about using pub stamps before expiration. Don't forget to spend all your pub stamps before the end of each Pop a Barrel cycle. Pub stamps and your XP progress cannot be carried over to the next Pop a Barrel cycle. The 14th tip is not going to take you a lot of time. Check your lineup after a Pop a Barrel session, and of course before entering a Pop a Barrel. Remember to take a good lineup for Pop a Barrel before entering it. It happens more often than you would think to enter Pop a Barrel by mistake with your lineup made for playing in tour. On the contrary, don't forget either to change lineup or cards back to your favorite one before looking for a match in tour after having played Pop a Barrel. I have already taken the lineup used for Pop a Barrel by mistake to enter Tour 9 in the past and have seen many players, including top players, do that too. So be careful. Now let's talk about the 15th and last tip. Record your Pop a Barrel session for review. If you often fail making 100,000 XP with 30 rounds in total, meaning 15 times time 1 free plus 1 extra round using Master Monty, then you should record your whole gameplay session and then watch the recording later so as to analyze what and where you can do better to obtain a higher average of XP for 2 rounds, 1 free and 1 extra. You will be able to see, for example, that you miss shots too often while trying to shoot barrels because of a lack of accuracy while swiping, or because of a lack of anticipation while you should regularly watch where the ball throwing machine is going to shoot next. You may also see in the recording that you need to improve your lobs as you don't break barrels located at the back early enough, or as you try to send bombs back to the safe zone with a lob to avoid hitting barrels but fail to do so and destroy barrels instead. Well, I hope you enjoy my 15 tips and tricks to play Pop a Barrel better in Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 to stay tuned for new videos of Tennis Clash. Thank you a lot for your support and see you soon on Gameplay 365. Bye-bye.